Hey, what's going on, guys? It is OGC here. Welcome to tonight's live stream. I am super excited. So, first, big shout out to Revenge. Revenge was the first one to show up and post in the chat. So, welcome. It's nice to see you, Revenge. Totem was next, saying, what was it? Jello. So, Jello to you too. Followed by the strange one. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Mikey was third. Then the strange one, who said first. He always does that. Then we have Kristen saying hey. So hello, Kristen. We have Georgie saying HY. Pentagram saying hi. Kale saying hi. Strange one. Oh my gosh. Nice to see you. Ray Jukes. I got kicked right when the update started and was super confused. I was attacking a server. So hello everyone. Undertaker is here as well. Art of Conquest is here. Welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be doing a live stream, and this is going to be a little bit different. And to be completely fair and honest with you guys, I've been on the fence about doing this. I've been going like back and forth in my head, but I decided I'm going to do it. So tonight we're going to go over a bunch of different Art of Conquest related resources. So as you guys know, we have all the stuff for the OGC community. We have a fantastic community, but my philosophy and the way that I want to look at the game for you guys and with you guys is I want you guys to be able to make the best educated decisions ever. It's kind of like watching the news. If you only watch one news station, then I'm sorry, you're probably going to have issues with things. So it's sometimes it's important to get an alternative point of view. I try and have that through our whether it's our interviews that we have with players or when we have other players online, like we will tonight. I think we'll have Tane and Chip online so we can ask them questions. So what I want to share with you guys is a bunch of different resources. Some of them I'm working with in collaboration. I'll show you those ones. Some are not working with us with collaborations, but I'm totally open to it, so it's up to them. But I'm still going to show their stuff because I think that you guys in the community should be aware of everything that's out there. Of course, make sure you keep watching the OGC stuff, but if you see something, go check it out. So the first thing that we're really going to check out together is, if you guys have any questions, feel free to hold on to them. Chip and Tane will be here and we can ask them together. So nobody 69 is here. So the first one that we have is going to be the Academy of Conquest. This is an awesome little site. There's so much cool information. You can go under and look up skills. You can look up heroes. You can search. They have a bunch of main article type of things that kind of pop up, and it's a really good site. So if you go into Google and you search for Academy of Conquest, it's a fantastic wiki type of site, and it will help you out immensely. One of the really cool parts about it, and with the guy that runs it, is actually if you go under the heroes and say we want to take a peek at Avril, because Avril is a wicked cool hero, we get a bunch of stuff. So we get the lore, we get the skills, we get the stat distributions, which is kind of cool. It's a different take on the approach to the heroes of the game. We have the official spotlight, and then check this out. We got the OGC super old video on the hero spotlight for Avril, which is pretty cool in my opinion. So it's awesome to look over the Academy of Conquest. They're working with us for this stuff. And let me know in the chat my thoughts on what I want to do for the month of July. And feel free to let me know. I want to redo the hero spotlights. So let me know if that's a good idea, and I think I'll do that if you guys are up for it. Maybe like once every 6 months or something like that. Maybe once a year, kind of keep it a little bit more updated. So let me know. If I do it, it's pretty much going to take up the entire month as far as content. I'm up for it, but we can get all of the new videos onto the Academy of Conquest. So let me know in the chat if you guys think that's a good idea. So this is the Academy of Conquest. Go check it out. Fantastic guy that runs it. I think it's absolutely huge. So Undertaker says yes. Hello to the person saying good morning. And also Potatoes is here. Edward B says yes, please. All right, so it looks like I'll do that. So that's going to be the vast majority of my content for the month of July. It's going to be pretty much strictly Clash of Fate and hero spotlights. That way we can get them onto the Academy of Conquest. And Ray Jukes is also recommending doing a hero spotlight every time there's a hero rework or major meta change. So we can absolutely do that. AOC at the end said, OGC, where did you go? I should still be here. So the next one that we're going to check out is actually the official Art of Conquest Facebook page. So on the official Art of Conquest Facebook page, you can get a bunch of really cool information from the Facebook page. This includes new patches coming out. You can see the new Bazark skin that's going to come out. So of course, this is a great place to go. Sorry that everything is a little off-centered. I have it set up for the YouTube stuff. So this is a really good resource. Make sure that you guys go to the Art of Conquest page. I would like it, that way you can follow it, because if you guys are curious where I get the official patch notes, things like that, this is a fantastic site. You can come right in, you can click on the patch notes, and bam, you have the patch notes right there. So we'll actually keep this up because we will be coming back to this later on with Taint and Chip to ask them some questions. The next one is going to be the Art of Conquest official group. So for the Art of Conquest official group, this is an awesome place. Right now, there's actually a, well, actually, hold on. First, there was a rules change. I just want to make sure I'm not violating any of the rules. Keep the discussions Art of Conquest related. You can do all that stuff. No advertising. Okay, cool. And is this new? Oh, no, that's old. I think right now there is an event going on in here. It is put on by, oh god, my face is everywhere. Look at that. Oh my god. I'm so sorry to this Facebook group. So right here we have this week's minigame. This is put on by Allison. I finally learned his name. This is an amazing turnout the last couple of weeks. So guys, go participate in this. It should be pretty easy and pretty awesome to get involved in this. I think it would be wicked cool. Oh, Kraken changed their name to be recognized. Oh my god, now I know who you are. Thank you, Kraken. I didn't know who you were for before. AOC the end has suggestion for Clash of Fate replays. Can you hide the outcome until after each fight? I can try doing that. So right now, for the official Art of Conquest group, which I highly recommend everybody joins, there is a contest going on, and all you have to do is comment your player ID and realm numbers. There will be 5 winners chosen at random. Competition closes Monday. So right after maintenance, or right now, if you know your user ID, go enter this. There's 117 people in it so far, so this is going to be a really good way to win a free prize. But on the AOC official group, you can get a bunch of information. There's a ton of people that are around. They'll either troll you or help with you depending on your questions, but there is a really good community there. Next we have the Art of Conquest OGC community. So if you guys are interested and you guys want to join the OGC community, this one I check a little bit more often than anything else. We have hundreds of members here and it keeps growing. Sorry for the admin tool thing. I can't really get that to go away right now, but it looks like we just got 105 new people. So welcome to the page. The links for this stuff is in the description of my normal videos. But we'll give this guy a like so it gets bumped up. And they said, did they buff the True Ruby on Nora? I just got wasted by a person. All right, so we'll let them know. No buff right now. It's just really strong. So if you guys are looking for my feedback on like a timeline that I can actually do for you guys, this is a great place to go. We also have a bunch of polls that happen if you guys want to be more involved with the content of this channel. It's a great place to go and check stuff out. Oh my gosh, the chat is awesome. You guys are amazing. This is going to be a great place to hang out. So up next we have the first video. This is actually going to be a channel called Bag O Chips, or Bag of Chips, I'm sorry. So this is an amazing channel. I highly recommend check out Bag of Chips. You can find it on the OGC community Discord. For this channel, I'm just gonna mute this so that it's not super loud. For this channel on YouTube, this will really help you out when it comes to being able to beat different stages like Dragon's Abyss or the Void. Don't know why this is not loading in HD. Yeah, well, I'll figure it out another time. But you can get a ton of really good information off of Bag of Chips. This is actually Chip's Facebook. I'm sorry, this is Chip's YouTube page. This isn't Facebook anymore, OGC. Anyways, he has a bunch of really good content that will help you progress through both the Void. You can also progress through the Dragon's Abyss. Whenever new stuff comes out that's really challenging, Chip likes to take it on, and it is a great place to find that type of information. If you're on the Discord and you do searches for Void or Abyss levels, this will actually pop up. It will bring you typically to one of these pages. It's pretty awesome. Adrian says that they love chips. Omega Chips, go Chip. So hashtag Chip Nation. So we'll pause this and we'll go on to the next one. So this is NSberg. So NSberg is another YouTuber, and he does a lot of content when it comes to events and things along those lines. So for this is him doing the Pinnacle from stages 45 to 49. So you can get, I think that's like 5 different stages. Now I do know that currently they're changing the strength of everything depending on what server you're on and all that type of stuff, but this is a really good place to go and get different types of formation ideas, and there's a lot of valuable stuff all over this channel. So this is NSberg. If you want to search for him, it is NSberg. Great dude, really good information. I've watched his videos for quite a while. And for the next channel we have, this is Thorin. So Thorin has an amazing intro. I absolutely love his intros, but he has a lot of really good kind of like brand new stuff. So things that are brand new that haven't really come out yet and they're on their way, he covers on his YouTube channel. If you want to go there, find out about the PTR type of stuff or anything like that, you can absolutely do that. Another great channel. So all you need to do is search for Thorin, and you will be able to go there. For the next channel, we have Contraband, because Nobody69 said that we forgot about Contraband. We did not. Stop trying to rush me, man. Oh, I slaughtered MB Serg's name. Whatever. I gave him a plug. That's enough. So for Contraband, Contraband has a bunch of interesting videos out there. Some of them will help you with the basics of the game, and it will give you a perspective from a player that is still progressing up to hit the high tier. So if you're not quite maxed out or at that point in time yet, that is okay. It's a great place to go and get a bunch of information depending on where you are in the game. So like for this one, this is a Drake guide. So if you guys are unhappy with my Drake guide, you can feel free to go check this one out. He does do a pretty good job with the walkthroughs, trying to get all of the good juicy information out there. So Contraband, good job, keep it up. It's just like what it sounds. It is Contraband. It's pretty awesome. So Tiamat is here. Hello, Tiamat. It is awesome to see you. For the next channel, we actually have Conquest of Death. Who knew? But Conquest of Death is pretty awesome. So he has one video where like he absolutely destroyed me in PvP. It's pretty wild. It is pretty wild. So it is worthwhile to go check him out, especially if you want to see me lose in a PvP fight. What I can say with Death, if you want to follow his stuff, which I recommend follow all of these, because again, the whole point is to better yourself as a player. So you can do that by checking out all these different stations and tuning into the different Facebook things as long as you have time for it. So with Death stuff, he is pretty much a die-hard Lich player. he's actually using spiders, which is interesting because they aren't necessarily the most powerful things out there, but he enjoys playing the game with the spiders. And that type of attitude I can really appreciate from somebody, because it shows that he likes the game, and he wants to play it in his style, and he's not just going to conform to what everyone else is doing. So I can actually respect that quite a bit. Oh, okay. So Kristen is asking about the skill buffs for Bazrix. We'll ask Taint and Chip about those, because I'm not the best with the Bazrix stuff. Anyways, if you guys are Lich, or you're considering going to Lich, or you just want to learn more about the game, I would recommend going and checking out Conquest of Death. Let's see if we can get that to pull up here so you can see it. Feel free to go subscribe and follow all of his stuff. There's some really good information that comes out. And for the next one, we have, oh jeez, oh my god, sorry, we have, oh god, this is too funny, and all right, so for the next one, we have Dora Big P. So this is Pantheon. The name is right here, so feel free to go check out his stuff. This is actually him doing the Art of Conquest Chaos Cutlass 10-star as Dwarf. It looks like a pretty strong account. He is a really good he is a really good player. I was able to play with him in the past. He knows what he's doing. And he's really good at the game. So if you guys are looking for any type of good information or seeing how to do the events, I think I did one with like the group raids, and I got 1 minute and 57 seconds. So of course he had to do 156. It's a nice friendly competition, so go check out his stuff. It's really good. We'll be revisiting Dora Big P later on. And finally, this is mine. So, oh god, did not mean to flash that. So we have Discord. So there are a bunch of different Discord things out there. For Discord, we actually have the first one we'll look at is the OGC Community Discord. So for the OGC Community Discord, this is a blend between us and also Blood Moon. Originally, it started out when it was just like an OGC one, and what ended up happening once I got talking with Chip and Chan, we ended up being able to merge the Discords, and it was pretty awesome. So in this Discord, you can find a bunch of cool stuff, such as voice communication and all of that other good stuff. Hey, what's up, T-Matt? Pretty good. I'm just going to do the spiel thing. I'll come back in a few minutes, all right?
Yeah, for sure. No worries.
So you guys can always come here in chat. There's a spam chat where you can just post whatever you feel like spamming all about. There is also a game chat where you can specifically talk about the game. There's house recruitment type of stuff. If you guys are looking for a house and you want to meet some players that have similar mindsets as all of us, there's a bunch of cool stuff. You can get patch information, hero builds, void levels, and abyss. So check this out, guys. When it comes to the void levels and the abyss, I am struggling with void 161. So I'm going to type in void 160 or void 160. And by posting void 160, it pops right up immediately with a video on how to beat it. It's pretty wild. It is absolutely wild. So, oh, they closed the minigame thing? Oh my gosh, that's horrible. That's unfortunate. I'm sure that Allison with the official Art of Conquest Facebook page will have more events coming up. I'm 100% positive of that. So stay tuned. Make sure you guys follow that page so you can enter it. So you can check out the voids. If we want to learn how to do the Abyss 534, we can type that in if we type it in correctly, and it should pop right on up. Did I type that wrong again? I did. There we go. So as long as you type it correctly, it will pop right on up. It's pretty awesome. It's a really good resource to find different things that you are looking for or not looking for. One of the other really cool things that is on the OGC community Discord is you can also find items. So say we want to find the Sonic Scepter, we're just going to type in dash item, and we can type in mess because I don't know how to spell it. And what will happen is, as long as you get the letters somewhat correctly, it will pop up with everything that has it. So I typed in dash item mess because I don't know how to spell Masonic Scepter. And what we see is we get the info from the actual gear, we get all of it, and then we get the stats, the normal ones. It will give you the variants as well, and it will also give you the flawless type of stats. Anything else that can fall in the name, so because I searched for mess, MES, anything else that has that, like mesmerizing harp, it will actually pop up with that as well. It's actually super helpful. I find myself going on here just to try and find out more information about stuff that I should already know anyways, but I don't. So there is some really good stuff. Also, what you can do is you can actually find all of the YouTube channels that I just mentioned. We need to add Dora Big P onto here as well. But you can find all of the different YouTube channels, and you can just go right on through them. Like, it's not just myself. Of course, myself will be here, but you can find Bag of Chips. So if you are interested in finding like where Chips' channel is, anytime that there's a new video or an update, it will actually pop right on up. And for the next Discord, we have the Dora. So this is the Dora Roundtable, which is also Big P's Discord. So this is a really good Discord as well. They have a bunch of cool stuff. So you can go and you can check out the general chat and just generally chat with people and just say like hello. And I'm sure that they'll be kind and they'll talk back, and you can have a bunch of stuff. There's a giveaway channel if you want to get codes or whatever it looks like. New people, they pop right up there. And also, they have some of the YouTube stuff, so you can find Big P stuff there, Death, Contraband, no OGC yet. It's all good. You can also find the Void formation. So here, it's similar to ours, but it will actually pop up with like a screenshot of just the formation without the walkthrough, which is pretty good. So if that is what will help you out, then go check that out. You can find information about dragons. There's a lot of cool stuff here. There's recruitment. A lot of the channel stuff is going to be overlap between the two different places. And yeah, so that is Dora's Roundtable type of thing. So go check that out as well. Finally, we have the official Art of Conquest Facebook page. Or Discord. I am not getting this Facebook. I just want to plug Facebook everywhere, but Facebook is not everywhere. With the official Art of Conquest Discord, you can go there. They have their home thing where they describe everything to you. They give you the server rules here with the welcome. So anytime anybody goes, there is a bot that will actually welcome you there. They have the AOC chat, so you're more than welcome to go there and say hello. So hello all. And we can tell them hello. So there's also giveaways on this channel as well. There's an off topic where you can just see a bunch of funny stuff. Memes, which are just, I don't know about you guys, but memes are hilarious. Now they have a content contributor channel, which is just kind of like a mesh of all the different people that contribute content for Art of Conquest. So you can always go there and check out any of the videos. So I think there's a couple of mine, and then there's a Contraband one, Thorin's there. And anybody that makes the videos, they'll actually pop up here. It's pretty cool all around. So yeah. Next, we have Jorge saying hola. So hola, como está? I'm not good with Spanish. Aw, see, they are nice people. Friendly people in Discord. Join them. All right, so we'll put the plug out there for them. Also under the Art of Conquest one, for the official Art of Conquest, you can do casino games. They have some really interesting stuff. They have the strategy, hero help, PvP help, and honestly, in each one of these, there is almost like a different group of people, but all the same at the same time, if that makes sense. Like, there's a bunch of people, but everyone likes to hang out in different areas. But across all of these different platforms, regardless of which one you go to, you're going to find nice and helpful people. But what I recommend doing, and it's just what I would do if I was in your shoes, I would go check them all out and find out which one you guys personally happen to like the most, and then you can go with that or whichever ones make you happy. Ultimately, that is absolutely everything. So I'm just going to exit out a bunch of stuff, and then we will see if Chip and or Tane is around, along with Tiamat, and get some people on to discuss the brand new patch that is coming out, and also answer any questions that people have. So if anybody has questions, feel free to ask them in the chat. We'll have some people here with us that can help answer everything. So should be a lot of fun. I like it quite a bit. And Tiamat, can you say something real quick?
Absolutely, I'm right here. What's your line?
Nice. So guys in the chat, let me know if you can hear Tiamat okay. While we wait for Mr. Chip and Mr. Tane to arrive, I'm going to take the chat question and ask Tiamat, which race would be more suitable for a level 30 stronghold, human or lich?
I think for anybody who's lower in the sort of like grand scheme of things, human is the easiest to understand. And human is the easiest to sort of get your head around. I think it's just like it's a great starter race, and whatever the meta changes, you go with it. But like I would say human.
Awesome. And I have to ask same question to you, Mr. Chip. If you were a level 30 stronghold, starting out in the game and all of that fun jazz, what would you pick, human or lich?
Out of the two, definitely human. I agree with Team Matt. I also think like the meta's kind of, at least early on, it's better not to lose your troops for good if you're like fighting for resources and stuff. So definitely like healing and injury makes human better for early.
Awesome. And I think if you guys don't know what you're doing, maybe it's your first account, something like that, I would say human. But I think if you've been playing and you reset, like say you're starting out on a new server because of whatever reason, a bunch of people do that. If you're doing that, then I would go with, I personally would go with Lich, because you know what you need for it. But I think Dwarf is also super viable at those lower levels if you have Gafgar and Jax. But it's been probably a couple years since I was there.
Yeah, Lich is good because you can just throw it at walls, which if you're fighting in the beginning is also really helpful.
Yep, absolutely. So off to the new patch that is coming out. I am pretty excited for this. Have you guys seen anything for the Dark Dimension yet?
No.
Just the write-up. It's kind of hard to understand.
Yeah,
Nope.
I saw a couple screenshots with it. It actually looks pretty interesting. But I don't know too much about it at this point in time. And welcome, Taint. Welcome to the discussion.
What's up, dude?
And how you doing?
Great. Having a drink.
So I got to give a special shout out to Taint for many reasons. First is I believe it's Monday nights that you like to fall asleep on me, or was that a Friday night?
I don't remember, honestly.
That's a perfect answer, man.
It might have been a Friday one, but also more importantly than that, although that is pretty awesome, More importantly than that, big congratulations to Taint for getting the Fiery Kitty mount. So congratulations on +7 Temple, man.
Yeah, dude, it took forever.
Maximum kitty.
How does it feel to ride it?
It feels awesome. I sat on my phone today at work and just stared at it for like an hour.
Oh my gosh. It looked awesome. So he sent me a screenshot in one of the upcoming videos. Maybe I'll add that in so everyone can see it. But it is pretty wild. It's almost like driving like a Lamborghini in Art of Conquest. I think the Doom Dragon would be like a McLaren or what's a McLaren?
No, the Doom Dragon's like a yacht.
Same price too. So, anyways, congratulations, Mr. Taint. That is absolutely wild.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks.
So,
who's telling me not to sleep and snore? Who is that? Is that Adina?
No, that's everybody, man.
Yeah. the snoring thing is a pretty good GIF, though.
Come on, Trailer Park Boy.
Oh my
god.
god.
Changed my name.
Oh yeah, your name, man. I'm still gonna call you Taint forever. I can't help it.
Yeah, but he's got an alias now.
Yeah, boy, I'm Ricky.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask you guys, when it comes to the new Divine Child, they reduced the damage taken by the final boss by 75%, and this change resolves bug, blah 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 blah. So I think before people were able to get 99 bars with all three positions. I think I saw Adina or somebody getting 99 bars as a tank. What do you guys think this is going to do for the Divine Child? Do you think it's just a matter of time until like troop equipment and everything makes it so people can do 99 bars again?
Yeah, I think they did that because of the fact it's not scaling correctly. Like it wasn't scaled with all the new things they added. So like everyone was able to basically just blow it out immediately, like max damage, max everything. And the fact that the tank isn't supposed to be doing heavy damage, like it should be a challenge for the tank to do all that damage, and it wasn't.
I agree with that assessment that tanks are supposed to do heavy damage. I agree.
Well, thank you, sir.
All right, on to the next one, because I think that is pretty self-explanatory. Let's see if I can get this over a little bit. That way it's easier to see for the viewers at home. So Calvary or the Templars, I apologize. I don't know what they're called anymore. They're forever going to be Templars.
It's My Little Pony, bro.
For the My Little Ponies, they are getting increased the damage range of Battle Charge and Thunder Charge. They also have Thunder Charge is now a second tier upgrade in the Academy, which I'm confused slightly on that. And also they now deal 40% more damage with their charge ability. Do you? I think we'll start with Chip and then go to Taint, then Tiamat, and get opinions on. Do you think this is going to be a good buff for the Templars? Will it make them relevant, and will it make humans great again?
Yes to the first question. I definitely think this is big. It's a lot of damage. It seems like Thunder Charge is like a new damage ability, and then they're also buffing that with range at the same time. So that's pretty crazy. And then the charge doing more damage will help. But second question, I don't think it makes humans great again. I think just the pack meta is coming back, and humans and archers are going to be great. So the question really is, how much shocker do you need in the Templars to make them worthwhile? And if you use healers a lot, that might be tricky. But of course, doing both would be awesome.
Yeah, it almost seems like for humans, from my limited experience at seeing them, the Templars to me almost represent like Sylph's Huntresses, and they're just there to absorb some damage if they do some. That's cool, but also humans would need 4 troop types, like the priests, swords, archers, and Templars. So that's 4 sets of high equipment and 4 sets of chakra. So I agree with you, Chip, 100%. And for Taint, do you think that this is going to be an impactful buff for the Templars? Do you think this is what's going to make humans common again, or do you think humans is going to be good again for different reasons, or are they just going to be bad?
So I think humans is a whale race because you need, like Chip said, good chakra and good gear for all the units you use. But like at my core power level already, the humans are pretty strong and they're kind of hard to beat. Like it's a good matchup with dwarf, and the Templars already do a lot of damage. 40% more damage on that charge means that they're probably going to blow through mechs and heroes if they crit in one shot. They're just going to instantly kill stuff.
Interesting, and that makes a lot of sense. And it's funny because Sylph used to be like a whale race, and I get it because of the temple for all the stuff. But now humans need so much stuff. If you can get it all, they look awesome because their archers are insane.
Yeah, I might end up going human if it's that impactful because like I've had issues a few times where I fought people and they've lined up like 2 or 3 packs of Templars on my power side. And the Templars have penetrated all the way to like the middle to the back of my formation after their charge. So if they get stronger, they could literally blow out a side.
Mhm.
Which
Yeah.
that
I
would
think
be pretty
you'd
wild.
use them with your power side like one set instead of snipers or like huntresses or something.
And keep them in the back behind some like gladiators. You could definitely like 2 sets staggered next to Avalon for the Warhorn buff since they can't be crowd controlled. You could do some real damage.
Yeah. I forgot about the crowd control.
Yeah, being immune to crowd control, yeah, they're just gonna crash through your front line like hard.
Actually, so what do you guys think that will do to the garrison? Because I thought that the Templars were pretty good when it came to human garrison because of the crowd control portion. But do you think with the buff to the Templars, do you think humans will have the best garrison?
I think garrisons are trash no matter what.
Yep, I agree.
I can't really answer that. I don't know.
They're just there to slow people down so people can show up to defend and fight.
Yeah,
They're not meant to hold cities.
it's the mitigation of time of being capped, as far as I know. So yeah.
Interesting.
Time to show up.
Katie G pointed out that they can be stopped with Ice Wall from Avril, so that is good. And just so I don't miss anybody, Patrick D, welcome. Basic, welcome, man. Thank you for the VIP codes for last Friday. Verma is here. Nice to see you, Verma. In Tiamat, for you, I saved a special question for you.
Oh man. All right. Okay, I'm ready.
All right. What is your thoughts? Because I don't want this to be a leading question, which I'm
Sure.
good at.
I have a feeling where you're going with it, so I'm ready.
What is your thoughts about Gan's Nature Blessing now healing all friendly magical creatures at a fixed interval at level 6? At level 6, Nature's Blessing, it should be 3% of their max health every 10 seconds, I think.
I mean, if you take the square root of barbarian minus the multiplication of bronze swords, and you have to take into the nomenclature for swords versus archers, and the answer is 3.
Awesome. And
sure.
just as a little side note, Death did send me a screenshot from Lilith VIP support, which honestly, all their stuff I would take with a tiny grain of salt, just because I've had some experiences where what they've told me just literally does not make sense. Like, for example, if I borrow troops from Chip, then Chip's troops that I'm borrowing take on my research. So please take all their stuff with a tiny bit of grain of salt. But Des sent me a screenshot where it said if you had 2 Gans out there, it would actually do 6% health every 10 seconds.
Yeah, it's usually 3 squared by Chip minus 2.7 and the day of the week. So it depends.
This is huge, though. I mean, this is a big add to him, and presumably, like, it'll be affected by healing efficacy and healing received and that stuff. And
yeah, 3% is gonna be a lot.
it could really
It is, but not if you times it by Chip minus 2.7. I mean, come on, guys.
But also for those who haven't finished like the first 4 stages of the void, I can't remember which state or for the 160s. I can't remember which stage it is, but one of the stages has gone as a hero, boosting magical troops.
Yeah,
After
but you're
the
not
second
you're not
stage, it's gonna
you're
be
not taking
hard.
into account barbarians. I mean, how can you not take into account barbarians? I mean, Bane's barbarians can swing a fight so easily. Come on,
Oh,
man.
you mean the Thanes?
Oh yeah, man. Come on, seriously. Like the whole game is Thanes. Like, come
Actually,
on.
you know what? Here's the challenge. This challenge is to Tain. No offense to Matt or Chip. Tain, I want to face you in Mines. The only troop type that you're allowed to use is Thanes. However, you can use your Dragon and Heroes.
Yes, that's all I want to see. No dragons, no BS.
No,
All right,
no,
so
no. He can use his Dragon and Heroes, but I want to try going up against Tain. Well, he uses Thanes as
That's
troops.
awesome.
no. Thanes and only mage and necromancer heroes.
There it is. That he knows what it is. Thumb.
We
Like,
have
come
to
on.
see if we get the same minds, and then I'll make Thanes, and we can do it.
Oh my god. And you know the saddest part is I'm probably going to lose.
Yeah,
because
because my
you don't
temple's
know how
gonna
to
make
play
my Thanes
Thanes, man.
nuts.
You got to get
Oh,
Thanes.
I wonder if they get the. Has anybody checked to see if they get the gear bonus from the building? Because it's the same building as swords.
Oh my god.
There's so much Thanes shit you don't even know, man. Come on.
Because the gear is tied to the building, not to the unit. So I wonder if Thanes. I can't check.
That might be
Game.
insane.
Damn it. No, seriously, think about it though, because the armor's tied to the building, not to the unit. So like, you
Yeah.
have armor boosted Thanes. They can
No.
be a thing.
Oh
This
my
is a
god.
serious subject. We got to get into this. Chip, what's your theory on Thanes?
I mean, that should make sense. I want to see that happen.
Oh my god. How come Thanes don't have their own chakra? Like, it's 2020. Can we do something with Thanes yet?
I mean, really?
The
I
fact that
mean,
they're still in the game is funny.
they've been struggling.
Well, you can still get like bronze free archers level 3 that you can't upgrade to anything or convert.
All right, so we do have a couple serious questions before we go on to the Topaz Dragon. So the first one is from Ghost Zero, and Ghost Zero said, "Will I awaken all my troops or keep upgrading the chakra of the troops which I already awakened, like swordsmen and archers?" So I'm assuming that they have chakra 7 in swords and archers. And Ghost Zero, please let me know in the chat if I'm off, but the assumption is you have swords and archers, you're playing humans, both are at chakra 7, and you're curious now as you're collecting more chakra material what you should do. So I'll pass it over to the guys, and we can get their thoughts on what to do for the chakra.
Is it just like, should he stack chakra with gear?
Or should he wants to do all of his troops.
He needs to max out the chakra on his 2 main PvP units to 18, awaken his support unit to 7, and then fill out the others to 15 as he can. But your 2 main units should be chakra 18 before you start putting chakra and other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What about if you're a newer player, and is it worth it to go for the awakened turtle, or just skip that till you get high chakra?
So if you're a low-level player and you're playing Rakan, an awakened turtle is important. But if you're not playing Rakan, then it's pointless.
Gotcha. Does anybody disagree with that, or should we just go with that unanimously?
Yes, I agree.
All right. So for Ghost Zero, recommendation via Taint signed off by Chip. If you do this and it goes wrong, then it's not on me. It's on them.
Blame corn.
Well, what they recommend, and I think the general overview for chakra is, and same thing with research. I'm going to throw this out there with research. For a long time with research, you can actually max it out for all the troops. But once you're in like castle level 30s, I'm judging this based off of my alt account. But once you're in your castle level 30s, you can no longer keep like all 5 troop types getting maxed out. So you kind of have to start narrowing it down. And what I would recommend doing is picking one melee troop, and if you're playing humans, then your one melee troop should definitely be swordsman, especially up until you are a mega whale. Go with swordsmen and archers, and for research, only focus on swordsmen and archers when you have to make those tough decisions on what to do. As far as chakra, instead of spreading your chakra out everywhere and kind of having a bunch of different types of like somewhat good troops, focus them on one melee and one range. So for humans, your swords and your archers, and to keep focusing them until they are higher. I would say like chakra 13 or 15. Tane would say 18, but his chakra power is probably 2 million. So, is it 2 million?
It's like 2 something.
Oh my god. So hopefully that helps go zero, but you're for Art of Conquest, until you're at the end game in your Mega Whale, you're better off being specialized in your progression in what you focus rather than trying to be a jack of all trades, and you want to play to your strength.
Wait, no. Chakra, I think it's only like 14. My troop gear's 21.
Oh, okay. That's insane for troop gear, by the way.
Just whatever. Cool.
So the next question is from Ama, who said, one question: does mirror artifact that creates hero reflection give double buff to mechs when they put it on Gafgar?
No, Lord effects do not stack. The only type of abilities that will stack or you'll get multiple of are abilities that are triggered. So like Yip's Tailwind triggers at the start of battle, things like that. But any of your Lord effects or like auras, they do not stack with a reflection.
Except barbarian stacks.
So hopefully that helps with your question, Ama. As Tane said, the Aura ones and everything else don't. The War Song will, the Tailwind from Yip, but if it's like a mastery or something like that, they will not stack. However, actives like temporary repair, if for some reason you wanted 2 temporary repairs, that would work, but that's definitely overkill. And I just want to make sure we aren't missing any other ones. 243 Gaming said, did Blood Moon get into first round of Drake registration? My house missed out on this one. Chip, that's up to you if you want to share that.
We're not sure yet. We're going to have to see in a couple days.
So we don't know. I know I can't follow that stuff. I can barely log on and get my dailies on, which I did not get done today. I have to.
No matter what happens, it's going to be Korn's fault. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, if there's ever any issues, it's Strapcorn's fault. It's his birthday today, but it's still probably his fault. So Ama gave the thumbs up, so I'm glad you got the answer. Hopefully that answers your question when it comes to Gafgar and how that works. And Adrian is pointing out that you can get 2 intimidating shows from Rufio.
Yep, 2 war horns from Avalon, stuff like that.
Christian Jax said, how many times can you change race in a week? I see a lot of... So changing race, there is no cooldown on it. It just requires a little bit of honor in order to do it. Patrick D with the sick burn. I love it. All right, so... off to the next big question when it comes to you guys. I actually have 2 because first one, before we even get to the Topaz Dragon, I know everyone loves me getting sidetracked. I want to know your guys' opinions on dragon scales as far as like an ability. So I'll give you my opinion, then we can go around. For like prioritizing these scales, if you have a divine dragon, I think it can be good universally. If it's a legendary, then I think things like a ruby and an onyx, it is an absolute must-have. I think for an Azul, for a legendary, I don't think it is necessarily a must-have. And
it is for the tanking.
Are you sure though?
I don't think so. OGC knows that I made a big deal about this last night.
Yeah, but I agree with you because I built my dragon the same way. I just want to hear other viewpoints where it's not like in a chat.
Now, with this GAN upgrade, it's going to be even more useless. Because you can get Primal Will and Noble Blood, and all the healing increases. And the Healing Shard, which increases healing received, which will work on GAN. I mean, works for damage reduction. I don't think it's worth it to miss something like Cosmic Storm or Fatal Blows or something. Obviously,
I don't think Fatal Blows is important for an Azure.
It's not, but I would rather Cosmic Storm for sure.
Well, yeah, definitely Cosmic Storm, but you can run Cosmic Storm with scales. the damage trio Noble Blood on a legendary.
Or you can have another damage skill.
Well, the thing
Or
is, you don't want another
Risen.
damage skill besides Cosmic and Pulse. Otherwise, it throws off the ratio, and you end up with a stalled out dragon in animation.
Yeah, so I usually only do 3 of the speed up Draconics. So everything will cast.
With the legendary, if you get the staple 3 damage abilities, Hero Pred, and Noble Blood, then you have 2 more. So you can go with Cosmic Storms and Primal Will, or Cosmic Storms and Scales. So I mean legendary. So would you go with the Cosmic Storm and Scales, or would you go with Cosmic Storm and Primal Will?
Primal Will.
It really depends on your temple and how strong your dragon is, because that damage reduction don't matter if your dragon's not like BV.
Yeah, I agree. It depends on what your strengths are. If your strengths is offense or defense, I don't think there's a right or wrong on that.
I mean, I'll agree that you need a lot of buffs in all of the healing stuff for it to work. But I think that Primal Will is way more effective than the scales. Keep your dragon alive.
No, I'm not disagreeing, but I'm saying, like, if you're set up to not take advantage of that, then it's a little more difficult to say that that's the right decision. That's all.
Like, if you have a maxed out protection tree, like if you're sitting at 500k Draconic, like Dragon, sure,
Yeah.
Primal Will is better. But if you're not like running a max protection tree, the
Yeah.
Scales will do you more justice than Primal Will.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's just depending. Like, that's the thing. It's like the ideal is different. Like, and I agree with you that ideally, yes, you're right.
So I know that the guy that I was trying to convince definitely has a maxed Draconic. Does that.
I don't think you have to struggle to convince anybody, Chip. So you're all right.
Yeah, if you have max Draconic, I can agree with Primal Will probably being the better of the two. But if you're a lower level or like a lower Draconic player, Primal Will is not going to give you the same like return or survivability that Scales will until your Draconic's higher.
Yeah, I agree.
Gotcha. I'm team Primal Will, because I think with the bonus healing efficiency and assuming that you have the Dragon Mage set and whatever else, I think that how much you can gain back will override the bonus reduction, and the actual aura from it for the reduced attack speed and everything else, it is so small that the things that will actually kill the dragon, that doesn't affect. So you're really only going for that 20% damage reduction that has a diminishing return. And for the people that are commenting, we have KDG saying Primal Will is for any dragon. It just heals HP per second. And also the healing efficiency bonus, I think it's like 80%, which is ridiculous. We also have people asking about talking about normal players. There's one about an Onyx Dragon. Is protection useless to put in for skill as Onyx Dragon for Dragonic? So for David Harris, if you are using an Onyx Dragon, the order that I would highly recommend actually I did not do this, but this is what you should do. Go Affliction first to 109, then go Destruction to 109, and do Protection to 109 last. That will work out the best for you. And one more random question before we move on to the Topaz. Actually, sorry, the comments are coming in like crazy. David Z said they think Primal Will is good if you can survive the whole fight since it heals over times, but Scales is better for burst damage. Temajay is asking any tips for a Rockin' player. So
Switch from Rockin'.
Tiamat, what's your tips?
Whoa! Come on, man. That's rough. What was the question, urgency?
So you've always played Rockin'. You've never played another race. So Temajay is asking for tips to be a Rockin' player. What is your tips now that you're dwarf and you've played Rockin' forever?
Yeah. What's my tips after leaving my race? Yeah. I mean, one, monks are savage against mechs. I've seen monks tank for so many points that it's unreal. I've been beaten by I mean, almost every Rockin' player that I've fought since then, because the only people that are left are really good players. I don't see Rockin' players anymore. So it's like it's hard to give advice because the only people that are playing Rockin' are really high level, higher level than me. And so, I mean, I gave up because I was losing too many fights. So I can't give any good advice except to look at replays in the towers and look at replays of people that are playing at such a higher level, where you can get some information from. That's about it.
Thank you, T-Man, and hopefully that helps you, Tem and Jay. Edward asks, is Green Dragon best for humans? I would say yes. And also, before it gets lost in the chat, Charlie EG asks if Chip opened up all of his chests. So, Mr. Chip?
Charlie, my man.
I opened up all the runes, and except for the ones where you pick whatever rune you want. And I opened all my gear chests and all of my event chests.
Did you gain some core?
I got like a 400k increase. Pretty much all from temple.
Yeah, just a simple 400k.
I mean, I wanted more. Like I said, it's always disappointing when you do that. But still have a little bit more saved up. So one day we'll see.
So someday. So did you do that? Wait. So did we fight and then I finally beat you for the first time? Then you opened up all of your stuff, or was this something else?
Oh,
It was all because of you, OGC.
No,
savage brutal beating.
It wasn't the border meme. It was totally the fight.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, I think Kurd just spent like $20,000 because I beat him once, so I don't think I'll beat him again. I once upon a time.
Wait, what?
So you can also see that it happened. I fought Taint Heroes versus Heroes, complete legit fight, nothing fishy. Yeah. I beat him, and like a week later he gained 1 million core power. Now I can't beat him. Jeez.
You have a great effect on people, OGC.
Dude, I was looking on Facebook, and on March 22nd is when I broke 500k for core power. We're on June 29th, and I am now 7.3.
Oh my god.
That's insane.
So I do want to give one quick shout out to Bainsky because Bainsky is here in the chat. So hello Bainsky. Hopefully 40 is going well for you. So Ghost, we'll come back to the human question in a minute. Oh my god, KDG. OGC beat me and I donate him. Well, that's because you're the best, KD.
The opposite effect.
So when it comes to the new Topaz buff, we have, and I think this is what a lot of people are looking forward to, possibly. Personally, I'm just going to throw it out, then you guys can take it away. I think this is nothing. But anyways, the electric scales now gives the dragon a chance when attacked to damage a random enemy within a certain range. Hopefully it's further than like the aura for the Azul dragon. With the lightning bolt, stunning it for 2 seconds. Minimum interval at 0.5 seconds, meaning at the absolute most, this can hit 2 single target, either units, possibly heroes, per second, and will stun for 2 seconds. In electric well, let's start off with that. Do you guys think the scales, obviously this is better than what was there, but do you think that this is what may help make the Topaz Dragon viable again?
I don't know. It's hard to say because what Lilith puts in descriptions versus what actually happens in the game is so far apart sometimes. Like, it could be really strong. It could just be throwing out stun bolts left and right and like stunning a bunch of stuff, or it could just do nothing.
I mean, every half second is actually 1 second in gameplay because it's at half speed. So I don't think it's going to end up being that much, to be honest.
I think it's a matter of if you can gamble, sure. If you can pump up a dragon and figure it out. But I would take I would take an Onyx dragon with black holes any day over the gamble of that. So
Yeah, and the part that throws me off is I believe that this is single target and is within a limited portion of range. If it's within like the aura range, then cool. You're going to stun up mechs possibly, or like the Nora and the Jax that are just unloading on it. Probably is going to be out of Nora is definitely going to be out of the sun range.
That's a good point.
But for heroes, the gladiators and paladins for the first 30 seconds of the fight can't be stunned anyway. So it's going to be, I don't know how. Oh my god,
Tate, what are you doing, man? Don't do it.
and there we are. We are demonetized now. Oh my
What
god.
I missed?
That's my dude.
Oh, demonetized. So thanks, buddy. So the electric scales are it will be interesting. I kind of agree with Taint. We're going to have to see how it actually plays into the game and see the application rather than just the description. That's just me.
Now I see it.
Next one is the electric field. So electric field now causes Thundershock to deal 2 to 4% of the target's max health and bonus damage. It was 1.5 to 2.75%. So electric field, which I think is the pay to win skill for it. Do you guys think that this is a good buff for them, or what's your thoughts with electric field increase with damage?
It's trashed.
Yep. Not worth
Yeah, I have no opinion on it.
So things already have like a lot of resistance to like ice, fire, and electricity because of Solantis and like other effects. It doesn't affect dragons that much already because they're resistant to elemental types. Magical creatures resist elemental damage. And the fact that it has a percentage chance, it'd be different if it was like when your stuff dies, it drops a lightning bolt. It would be usable. But I'm not a fan of any of the like percentage chance skills besides the Eternal Void, and that's only for Void. That's not like for PvP. Because something having a 10% chance of working in this game is basically never working.
Yep, I agree.
Gotcha, and I agree with you as well. I think this stuff is. I think most of the Topaz power comes from the 109 destruction, not necessarily like the actual percent health damage that it does, because there's too many reductions. It's like the inflicted wound shard, which is good if you don't have the true ruby, but people will look at the damage dealt from like in the statistics for the battle replay or whatever, and the one of the arguments was that it's just as good as the true ruby. Having used the inflicted wound on Nora and then switching over to the true ruby, no, they are not even close. And part of the reason why is on the statistic page in like your PvP replay, it shows the damage dealt, not how much damage the troops actually received. Like I posted a video where Virion tanked 450 million damage. He didn't actually tank 450 million damage. That's literally impossible. And it's just like the damage dealt. So the damage dealt from inflicted wound is ranged, is critical, and is physical. So there are so many reductions that come through when it comes to like that percentage HP. And I'm only bringing that up because it's the same thing when it comes to the dragon dealing percent health damage from the Topaz. There's so many things that are going to reduce the damage. So it will look like really high damage in the actual statistic page, but the damage that the troops actually receive post all of the reductions isn't actually going to be that high.
And the problem with the electricity damage skills in this game is they're dot. They're damage over time. They're not burst damage. It's not like I hit you for a percentage. It's I burn you for a percentage over time. So the healing effects in this game are so stacked so high, like it's probably going to negate any effect it has.
I agree. I think Noble Blood just straight up, that's the straight up counter to Topaz Dragon's percent health damage.
The only way to make Topaz viable, and I mentioned this to like the VIP chat on Facebook, I was like, they need to change the lightning rod to target heroes specifically.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it hitting mechs and the dragon and like the gladiator heroes,
It
Yeah,
can't even
such a waste.
stun the gladiator heroes or silence them or do anything to crowd control them, so it's a waste.
Yeah, but that's what would make them OP, right? Like it's like if they did that, I mean,
But the thing is, it wouldn't make them
instant
OP because
assassination.
there's a lot of like, for instance, the artifact Salantis gives like 15 or 20% resistance to electricity off the rip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like you remember when they used to hit heroes, when everyone would drop, and you're like, wow, I didn't need that dragon. So
That was
I don't want to go
before
back to that.
Salantis, though.
It was before a lot of different things. Also, the general shield and and Flores before Flores.
Yeah, it was before a lot of stuff in the game. Teardrin wasn't that good of a healer. Like, there's a lot more things now to make heroes tanky and survive those things. But what really, the big thing wouldn't be necessarily that it would kill the heroes, but it would stun and silence the heroes, so people aren't getting those free early tags, or like they have to like adapt their play style to what isn't stunned immediately or like silenced.
Yeah, I agree. Okay.
Yeah, just to get caught up with the chat, Adina has a Raxius that tanked 571 million damage, which is ridiculous. Undertaker is using a Topaz, and it's working for them, so I'm glad it's working out for you. If it's working because of the stage in game that you're in, that's huge. And Narayana said, Rocket range units always giving strikes when its ability active, but its damage, like its normal damage, isn't good. Yeah, rockin' troops and rockin' troops with the active ale, I think, are probably snipers aside. I think that they're the strongest troops in the game when their ale is active. If their ale is not active, then they're probably the weakest troops in the game. So
I agree, 100%.
it's all about those actives. A lot of rockin', I think, really depends on the RNG from the Zen Turtle when you pop that at the beginning. If you get like your archers with it, or if you get the right procs from that, I think that's that can make or break a fight right at the beginning. Not 100%.
You see, I think the other thing is it's like the thing with playing Rockin' is like you have options, and you need to rehearse and play in Dual Tower a ton of times to be like, when this happens, like, because you only have like 1 or 2 seconds to figure out what you're going to do. And that's the difference between Rockin' and every other race, is like you have to click 10 times more than anybody else. So you need to be really on top of your game. Like, that's kind of how it is.
Absolutely. And 243 Gamer brought up an interesting thing. I'm going to throw it over to Chip for that after we do the Thunderclap buff, which is going to make Topaz the most powerful dragon ever. Thunderclap now deals 2% of the target's max health and bonus damage. Previously, it was 1.5. So can we just all agree this is a moot thing?
Yeah, nobody runs Thunderclap.
It was one of the useful native skills for the dragon. But other than that, like, still, doesn't matter.
You're not running Thunderclap if you're building a damage dragon.
Savage stuff.
The only good thing about it was it will target heroes with the lightning bolt, like, randomly throughout battle. Kind of enough.
Chip, will I have you? 243 brought up something saying, would you prefer prisms on dragons or dragon awakening? So that question in mind, would you be willing to share your thoughts and suggestions to Lilith about dragons in the game in general?
Is that a Lilith plant?
What?
Is it a Lilith plant?
No, like the game company.
Yeah, like that's Lilith is asking us that question. Don't do it, Lilith. Don't.
No, I agree. Hell no. We don't need that.
No. What about the armor thing or the mount thing, or like hit me with that
No,
stuff, Chip?
just dragons are finally like falling into line with being like the same power level of everything else. We don't need to give them steroids again.
I think it might be cool to have another kind of dragon, like a silver one or something.
Yeah, another race would be fine. We don't need to make dragons that much more insane than they already are.
But they kind of should be insane. I mean, they're dragons, right? I mean,
They are insane. If your dragon dies
no,
early, you lose.
not really. I would like to see a platinum dragon that just shreds everyone. I mean, I'm just wishing for chaos, so that's me.
The only thing I was thinking today actually was, I hope that if they do something, it's like a currency we already have, like chakra stuff. And
Yeah, I'm tired of new currencies. Like we should not have a new currency every other month.
I mean, I'm not satisfied until 20 new currencies appear in a week. That's kind of what I live for. I love currency, you know.
Tiamat, I'm gonna have to choke you.
I know. Taintamot, I know.
Oh my god! So there is way too many currencies in this game, and honestly, I think that Basic said we need a poison dragon. I think that would be pretty cool.
Ooh,
But
poison dragon. I like
That
that.
would be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
but for the dragons, if I had to be a betting person, which I place my bets for Toby's stuff, can't reveal any of that, not even what my bet is, but I have one out there for that. But if I was a betting person, which I'm not, but I am, then I would say that new Dragonics will be coming out, and it will make dragons overpowered again. Because it seems like the pattern seems like troops get super strong, and then they overcompensate with heroes, and then dragons come out, and then the troops get strong again, then heroes get over strong,
Yeah.
then the dragons get dragonic, and they become like the only thing
they're
that
always
matters.
like fixing imbalances with new stuff, which is okay of a strategy.
Yeah,
We probably will be getting an increase to Draconic because like the real whales, like I'm just now becoming like a quote unquote like real whale. But the
Dude,
ones that
you have a
been-
+7 temple. You're a whale. You can admit it.
But I just got
doesn't
it
like
today.
labels, man.
People have fully maxed Draconic for so long that
Yeah.
Yeah, they have millions. There are people that maxed their Draconic like 6 months ago or more. So
Yeah.
what I'm saying is like those people already have like 2, 4, 5, 6 million dragon dust sitting around. So if they do release something, they're gonna instantly max it out. Or Lilith's gonna make the curve so steep that they still have to buy, which will put it out of the reach of like everyone.
Mhm.
I would
Yeah.
rather see that Lilith release more dragon types that have different skills, because dragons are easy to replace. You can't replace like troops because you have to do research and animation development. Like they're not going to do that stuff. But like you can release new dragon types that have different skills or focuses. And I would like to see more of that, because right now it's like super, everyone knows what to go for. So I would like to see that.
The one
Yeah.
thing that's going to happen when everyone maxes their research, our heroes will probably be more powerful than dragons again, because they'll all have like 5 extra levels.
Yeah, just keep going along with everything. Dupius said that she loves having to buy currencies with other currencies, which it doesn't make sense to me. But
Well, if people have a lot of Draconic dust left over, then that would be a good use of that. Is if you had to like convert it to something. It's like the only chance we have to not increase Draconic.
yeah. Oh, so 243 said that
Yeah.
yeah. So with the sake of the patch notes, and then we can get as off topic as well, not as possible, because I'm with you guys and it just wouldn't end well. But oh god, I love you guys. For other
with you.
changes, they have. You can now cancel the construction of buildings, returning all basic resources to you except for Building Rush. My first reaction to this was, it's cool that you can cancel. I think there's one time when I was like castle level 10 that I messed up with that. However, what I dislike is, first of all, you can accidentally cancel it, which I think is silly, but you lose your Building Rush. So what's your guys' thoughts with this? Because I honestly don't like this.
I agree with everything you just said. I think, one, because if you queue a building that's like 1,000 hours, right? So you're you're queuing your main building, and you're like, oh my god, I forgot to do blah 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 and blah. Like you should be able to cancel it, but I think there should be multiple. Like, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yeah, because there's
I
about to
think
be
the
some.
point is, it
salty
should be
people.
like, come on.
Yeah.
People are about to be salty because someone's going to be not paying attention, or their friend's going to grab their phone, like, I'm opening up to like convert troops or change race, and like, oh, I clicked the cancel button because I thought I was canceling changing race, and they canceled their like construction
No,
with like
I agree.
2
That's
days left.
too, but I would
Yeah.
be way more annoyed if I queued up like a building, like, warehouse, when I was like, I'm supposed to queue up my main building, and it's like, all right, so you got to wait like 50 hours more than you normally would. You can't do anything about it. I think
would rather wait 50 hours than accidentally waste like 900.
you are accidentally clicking way too much, Mr. Taint.
Oh my
You know how
god.
you know how often I play this game intoxicated?
Yeah, I know. We're on the same feed. I know what you're doing.
So on that note, we also have another thing on the patch. I feel like this is turning more into like the Howard Stern show than like the OGC channel. We just need like
Oh
Carmen
man,
Electra here.
it's so good, OGC. I love every second of it.
I love this too, and yeah, hopefully you guys at home can enjoy just hanging out while we're waiting for maintenance. But back to the serious questions. You can now add another hero to your garrison defense upon reaching stronghold level 45 and possessing 3 power prisms. After this, I'm going to go and address a couple things that Diago said, because I agree with them and want to offer my feedback to them. But, excuse me, have you guys ever used a Ninja Grill?
Ninja Grill? What is that? Like an infomercial grill?
Yeah,
I have the
that one.
blender.
Dude, get their grill. OGC Girl got me it for like a special day of mine that's coming up, and I love it. But
Is it
anyways,
like an air fryer or like a convection grill?
Oh, okay.
oh,
Okay.
no, it does all of it. You can air fry, you can dehydrate, you can do a grilling and actually get like seared. Like I did steak tips last night and it was
Yeah, man, it
ridiculously
looks
good.
good. Dude, that looks awesome. I want an air fryer. Like, can we have the OGC air fryer cooking segment?
Can we get monetized for this?
I do not. I'm really satisfied with the product. Maybe one video I'll show you guys how I make my coffee and we'll like air fry bacon.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can air fry. Can you air fry bacon?
Yeah, you can.
Heck yeah.
If you
can?
dream it.
All right, cool. We'll do it. So the super important thing that we're going to discuss was you can now add 3 heroes to your garrison once you're 45 with 3 of the things, the prisms. My thoughts as a dwarf player is going to be Jax, Gafgar, and Nora. However, I have a feeling you guys are just going to say that garrisons don't matter.
They don't, but I would take anybody's advice in this more than my own.
I'll do what you said.
Wait, what was it, Chip?
I'll do what you said.
Oh, jeez. So we're going to lose Drake whenever we go. I think it's next month we're going to Drake, or August, I think. So I'll be in the capital with you, Chip.
See you there.
But I think adding Gafgar to like a dwarf garrison will help a lot because that's double Lord buff for the mechs. But I don't. It might take them a few more seconds to get through, but it's not going to be like a dramatic change.
Yeah, I don't have any advice. I literally am like, doesn't matter what it is. If someone's coming for me, I'm going down. Especially in Drake, me and my house are living in the capital, so like we've given up on healing troops and healing walls and just attacking everyone. So.
And Edith said, I think I pronounced their name. I probably butchered it. They're going to get castle level 46 today, so congratulations. Make sure somebody. I'm going to try and address a few things at once. Somebody mentioned like tips for like building faster. Try and get the positions in your in your kingdom if you can get the surveyor buff from the emperor, and always request 1,000,000 chests from the emperor. They appreciate that the most. And move on to the building tile. If you haven't seen my dragon video that came out last week on like dragon progression, definitely consider watching that video. It will go over how to make a research dragon and what the important things on a research dragon is. A research dragon, by the definition that I use in the videos, also covers like a building dragon, and that is something that when you first start the game, before worrying about a PvP dragon, I would first make that, and it doesn't have to be super high level until like later on in the game. So definitely check that out. That will help you out. But all the buffs need to be out there or available at the time that you queue up, and they are all they're all applied. It's depreciating value, but they all get applied. So you'll want to be on the research tile with your on the build tile with your building dragon out with the position and all that type of stuff. Once you queue it all up, it's locked in at those timers, so you can then change your dragon after it's queued up. You can move off the tile, which everyone will always appreciate, and you'll save in-house drama. So always do that when doing it. And Diago brought up a point a little while ago, and I know it kind of flew by, but I did want to address it because I can relate to his feelings a lot. And he said he said we're talking a lot about certain things because we're older players, and that they can't compete with older players thanks to Dragonic, Chakra, Troop Gear, in everything else, because they're like 2 to 3 million core. And I think this might be unpopular, but assuming that you give the game time, whenever these new things come out, like say Chakra, Troop Equipment, Dragonic, there's very limited that you get for free in the game, but as more and more time goes by, you'll accrue a lot more of those materials. So yes, there's going to be a disadvantage for people that show up later on in time, but you should be able to accumulate a lot more for free just from playing the game than older players ever did, and they probably spent a little bit more on it if they are spenders. But as the game progresses, those older things become more and more readily available. That alone will not catch you up. And that's not what I'm saying, but it should help with that curve a little bit. So the more time that goes on from like a newer implement that has a big effect on the game, the more available like those materials or currency or whatever it is should be. I think Chakra is a great example. Even runestones right now, we're getting runestones like crazy. I think I got like 26 just from like somebody killing a boss in the boss raid. Like that's a lot. Back when runestones first came out, you weren't getting things like that. So I'm sure that will happen with troop equipment. The Chakra stuff, I think for me, I bought up to, I spent to get 2 troops to Chakra 15. And I have not spent anything on Chakra since. Unfortunately, I did that on 2 accounts because I'm an idiot. But and now I have 3 troops that I can get to Chakra 18 plus an Awakened Turtle and a ton of extra pink books. So yes, the older players have an advantage as far as like overall power, but that's because they accumulated more over time. However, as more and more time goes by, the amount of stuff that you accumulate, it feels like it's going up and up every day as much. And again, I'm not saying that's going to even out the curve. I'm just saying that you're going to hit different tiers faster than people that came before you. So it's probably not the answer that you wanted, Diago, but hopefully that helps. And if anyone else has any feedback for that, go for it.
New players aren't meant to compete with whales from like older servers. You're supposed to play with your peer group. You're not supposed to be competing with us.
That's why they have servers.
But I'll interject that I think there are certain houses that accept people that are probably lower than ideal, that just want to, have a good group of people to play. Like we have in my house a lot of people that are sub 1000K, and they work hard, and like we love it, and that's part of our house mentality. And it just depends who you talk to. So like you can find, I wouldn't say that we're the norm. Like we're definitely not the norm. So You just got to look around to find a good group that you fit in with, and like that's what it's about.
Yeah.
But OG did make a good point. If you spend the same amount of money that we did earlier in the game, then you get stronger faster, and eventually you would be stronger than the early players because they bought stupid shit like heroes for $100 each or old troops in the shop.
Yeah, from the channel, if there's one thing that I can try and offer you guys, and it's just me, and it's kind of one of my goals. I made so many mistakes in this game. I did not know that you could like rush troops one at a time or in small packs and save stuff. I was literally spending Lunari to troop rush stuff during power prize events. Like that was me when I first started, and I bought Jax for $99. Like that's me. I made so many like just stupid mistakes, and then when I did start spending, I made really poor decisions with spending in the game. And I know that this can open up the whole thing with the free-to-play player things, but if you are going to spend on the game because it's your hobby, you spend time on it, you have the extra money, whatever, I mean, it's your decision. Do whatever you want. If you are going to do that, then hopefully, at least from the channel, you can avoid making all of the mistakes that I did. I'm sure everybody makes mistakes. I'm sure that you will at some point in time as well, but if it can save you a couple of the mistakes, I hope that. Or even just prioritizing. Like, I didn't know to only focus 2 different troop types for my research for a very long time, and my research was all over the place, and it looked like a hot mess express. So hopefully some of this stuff will help you to get against your peers, like in your own servers, to get ahead of them. So I've also seen people, was it KT Brian or somebody else that's like castle level 43 and got so high in the dual tower they're facing people at like castle level 46 or something like that. So it is possible. One of the other really good examples I can give you as far as like accounts and creating power, and I think Taint's account is a great example of it, although it's pretty extreme, is having a really good balance across it. So like when I first got the account that I'm using, I had really high tempo. I had nothing as far as artifacts. I had nothing as far as Dragonic or Chakra. Like I couldn't even get 2 troops to Chakra 15. So just think about that. And because of that, I played way below my core. But as I was able to, I don't know if invest is the right word, but to me it's an investment. As I invested in different areas to kind of get things more even, that's when I got stronger and stronger and stronger to now where I can play almost at my core. Like I still suck at the game, but I'm doing a lot better because the account's getting a lot more even overall. So it's not just focus on one thing; it's focusing on like having that balance. Although like hitting the major like milestones like 109s in Dragonic trees and things like that are huge. Still consider a balance. Like if you only do troop equipment but you don't do chakra, like cool, you're going to have a pack of archers, a pack of 24 archers that are going to be really, really strong. And KDG said, if you suck, then what does that make her? Oh, geez, I should not have read that one. Great question. So for the other people, oh, okay. So we got the shout outs to Endgame. Diago brought up Global House. Yeah, I also wanted to give a shout out for the Chip. Do you know the name of Thanos Brazil's house?
Avengers.
Is it Avengers Brazil?
It might be. I know
it's Avengers. It's Thanos Brazil is his name.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I was talking to Thanos. If you guys are looking for a house, I know Blood Moon is overflowing, so I would hold off on messaging Chip and Chan. Feel free to message Strapcorn. Just tell him happy birthday. I'm sure he'll let you in if you wish him a happy birthday in private message. After you say, hey, can I ask you a question? And then just, yeah, start it off that way with Corn and Corn only, not with Chip or Chan. Team, for your house, are you guys still recruiting?
No, we're slap full, bro. We had to make two. We had to make 2 other houses.
All right, so Taint stuff is full and overflowing. Team at is Endgame still recruiting?
Absolutely, and we're on the same server as Thanos. So come join us.
So Endgame in Thanos Brazil with Avengers. If you guys are looking for a house, feel free to go check them out. I don't know why I do like a house plug and all of a sudden that house gets like full. Like how many people have joined or wanted to join Endgame?
Absolutely. Like since you've been helping us, it's been amazing. But like I would also say like us and Thanos are allies, so like whatever makes sense to you, like go for it. Like it's fine.
Yeah, but both are. I mean, Thanos Brazil, like as a person, I really like him, and it would be cool to play with him. I think our first Drake, he came in house for rewards and stuff. He's a cool guy. I just like him. So feel free, especially if you follow Portuguese, which I don't clearly by that horrible stuff. And also Endgame is also an option. The people from Endgame I've played with the longest in this game, so I can attest to them like on a personal level that they're a blast to play with. Blood Moon very mean to me. My face is everywhere, and Chan makes me cry. And for the other things that got pulled up here, so Christina. Dubious in the chats will take care of your questions and everything. And somebody, Remel said, "Hey OGC, how about Kurd, spelled with a C, which is awesome. Since you beat him, is he still angry with you?" Honestly, Kurd is not angry with me. I think he's just as excited for me as I am. I give him a hard time because you just gotta know him. If you know him, you would understand. But at the end of the day, if I was on Drake and somebody attacked me, he would be the first person to revenge attacks. So he's not angry. So pretty much, if I ever end up on a server and like Taint goes to cap me every single day, Kurd will then attack Taint, and it's just going to turn into like a horrible situation, but entertaining to watch.
I can totally see that happening.
Seeing what?
You and Kurd starting a war.
That's
100%
what
I
I'm
see that
saying.
happening.
Are we agreeing right now that there's a war? Can we say that?
What moved me?
Kurt's stubborn and I'm stubborn.
I'm just kidding. No, don't. I'm just. But if there is a war, I want to say it.
Yeah, it would be bad. It would be bad because Taint would be hunting me down personally, and it would just be, at least if I'm going to get capped over and over, it's going to be by Taint and not by some like random person.
I'm just telling you right now, bro. If we end up in the same Drake, I am as soon as the fog clears.
Oh my god! At least
I'm
wait
gonna see
until.
if I can cap. I'm gonna see if I
Come
can
on,
cap
man.
you in one hit.
Oh my god!
You know, Lilith is listening. Now they're going to make it happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna hide behind a tower. Okay.
I'm literally gonna spend 2 months hunting OGC. It's gonna be like Elmer Fudd.
Oh my god!
So savage, man.
Well,
What are friends for?
I don't know. Apparently.
oh my gosh. So Memon said 26 minutes until servers are up. Diago said friendly bloodbath war, bro. It would actually hurt quite a bit.
I mean, I think any of you guys would be the best people to kill me, and I would be thankful. Thank you all. Thank you all for savagely murdering me. You know.
I would murder you with kindness, but my sword's name is kindness. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm just not strong enough to be murdered by you right now.
Oh my god. So,
I would be gentle. I would use silvers.
All right, you can use your bronze troops, and I will be murdered just as bad if it was gold.
Keep one troop on your garrison.
My garrison is made of barbarians and those lizards with sticks.
oh
Little
my
lizard
god.
thing?
The chat is fire. So KDG said, if we went to same Drake together, everyone can see me beat Taint with a bunch of kissy faces and laughy faces. Whoa. My money's on KDG.
I will hero Katie. She can use our army. I will hero Katie.
Kill him with kindness, Katie.
Let's do
Oh
it.
my god. Wait, who would win, Adina or Tane?
I don't know. We're like the same core power, and I haven't fought her.
Ooh.
I don't know.
And
Yeah.
have you got Toby recently?
Dude, I've been in the towers the same time as Toby, and I have not fought him in months.
I kind of want to see what happens with that because or actually I want to see in like a week, not this week. I want to see next week. You and Toby. I saw you got Kurd earlier, and that didn't look good for Kurd.
Yeah.
He did really good, but what's your troop power? 2.1 or 2.7?
For what?
Your troop equipment?
2.175.
Oh my god, is it still the highest in the game?
No, not anymore. I stopped buying it. There's
Jesus.
yeah, no. There's definitely people higher than me now because I stopped buying a 10-star on my snipers.
Oh,
You
so
gotta get your priorities in order, bud.
question with the troop equipment. So let's just go with dwarf or any race that has two.
So dwarf.
Yeah, so let's just go with dwarf. First thing to do, would you say get the max and snipers both to 4 stars, and then do snipers to 6 stars before doing anything else?
I think the first thing you do is get all troop gear to 4 stars.
Even before the 6-star snipers?
Yes, and then you get snipers to 6 stars after.
Interesting. Oh, okay.
It's going to give you more damage and more health on your troops overall than just pushing snipers to 6.
Interesting. And then once you get the snipers to 6 stars, you have everything else at 4 stars. Obviously, max to 6 stars. After that, do you just start pushing 7 stars on snipers, then 7 stars on max?
Yep.
Cool, because that's what I got to work on. And then what do you do after that? Do you go to 8 on those, or do you start working
Nope,
towards
you
7?
you push the others to 7.
Interesting. Okay, that's good to know.
Yep. Once you get your 2 main troops to 7, you push the others to 7 because the 7-star bonus is universal for all troops. So you'll see a massive increase in power and health for troops. Like
And Katie just mentioned that she dropped one of her gears to 5 stars and got her snipers to 8, which I also have to say I think she has 109% accuracy on her snipers, which is like insane.
yeah, it's good.
And for we'll go back to the troop equipment stuff, but Undertaker QA just asked who's the best player in Art of Conquest, not core power but skill wise. So Tiamat, we'll start with you. Who do you think is like the most skillful player in Art of Conquest?
I mean, from what I've seen and what I watch, I think Toby is the smartest and takes advantage of his strengths the best that I've seen out of all the replays. So,
And then Tane, who do you think is the smartest or most skillful player in Art of Conquest?
I don't know their name, but there's a Chinese player that I tower all, and they're usually I obviously I can't read Mandarin, but they're like low 7s or like high 6s for core power, and they're always pushing like top 30, top 20 in the tower. Like you don't get that high being not really good.
Gotcha. Mr. Chip, same thing to you. Who do you think is like the smartest or most skillful player that you know in Art of Conquest?
Well, I definitely think Toby's a great candidate, but I think the smartest thing to do is just buy everything, right? So I got a copy one.
I mean, the logic is there. So yeah.
That new whale, that 10K, the new 10K
buy it
whale
all.
was first place on last tower season. They're really good.
Oh God.
They're not just like a big spender; like they're actually pretty skilled.
Crazy. So, we got an update. We have 19 minutes until the update is there. Undertaker QA said, first is OGC, second is Toby. I really hate to disappoint you, Undertaker. I am honestly not a skillful player. I am just a player that instead of playing the game, I spend my time sharing my experiences with you guys. I think, and I don't know if T-Mac can attest to it, but I think I was a much more skillful player back before I did videos, and I just had time to only play the game, and I didn't have to worry about,
All right.
content.
I'll comment on that, and I think you're a way too modest player that doesn't want to gather much attention. But like, even when I used to like beat you in those things where you would be like, "Oh, I rage quit," I shouldn't have beat you. You were always the better player. It was just a ridiculous moment where I just like everything went right. So I actually think you're a fantastic player. You always beat me in Dual Tower, and you don't post it because you're a nice guy. But like, you always beat me. So like, that's the truth. So I think you're a great player, man.
But, well, back in the day, I was a lot more active in the game before. Like, so doing the channel, the sacrifice was game time. So I gave up game time to do it. But at the same time, I think I got to learn a lot from being around a lot of people in Blood Moon, people like Tane, and being able to learn from them. Like, if I talk to Korn, he'll say that I've improved a lot, and I think it's because of the interaction with people.
Absolutely.
But I think if I had to pick people, and I can't do one, and this is not going to be popular. Also, apologies to Toby. So please don't leave Kingdoms, join Tane's house, and also cap me. But I think I just planted that idea in his head too. So I think if I had to go with two, I would say, and I'm just talking about my experiences, I think I would put Chip and Strapcorn there. I think if Strapcorn had like a 7 million core power account or a 6 million core power account, I think the dude would be scary as heck. And I think Chip, for where Chip is in the game, in when he spends the time with the game, I think he does really good when he's not lazy with it. No offense to Chip, but I think
I'm really not the smartest player, man, but thank you.
But I definitely would put
Copy like every of Toby's formation.
Well, I was gonna say, yeah, before you just copy those, but I think Strapcorn, he plays so far above his core now, and I think he's just so aware of everything that's going on.
Korn is great. He's Korn smarter than me for sure.
Yeah, I like Korn, but I could go for the underdog because he's also the most hated person in Art of Conquest. So
very good.
I don't know about that. I don't know. There's some pretty hated people.
That's true. You know what, Tane? You remind me of Braveheart. So, anyways, moving on.
Dude, that William Wallace dude, he's such a crazy troll.
Freedom.
All right, so moving on real quick. But before we get stuck with freedom,
Freaking crazy Peter.
So Dupia said currently Endgame is way on Drake. She put her number out there, her ID number. So if you are interested, Christine, I don't know if you're still around. Feel free to message her. If you are a female, stay away from Banksy. Just trust me on that one. We have.
That's honest advice, by the way.
Yeah, no, it really is. Jerry is here, so welcome, Jerry. It's awesome to see you. Jerry's still my favorite fan. Okay, so Kristen is still here.
Jerry, what's up, Jerry? You're always there.
Jerry, you're late. I'm gonna dock you 5 points.
Oh wait, I missed out on Katie's stuff with the with the shocker. So she had, I think it was all 7 stars, and she dropped one of them to get the 8 stars on the snipers. She said that they ended up with the same attack as far as the snipers. The mech HP went down by 100k, but the benefits like the accuracy and everything went up. So in that case, do you think that's that's a appropriate Tane, or is it just case by case depending on the equipment and stuff?
I think it depends on your equipment. If you have on race gear and you do that,
better off because you don't lose as much. And doing it as dwarf, you only have 2 troops to worry about. So again, not that bad. But if you're playing something like human or recon or lich, where you have 3, 4, 5 units you want to use, it's actually going to hurt
Gotcha.
because you're going to lose stats on all your troops that you need for PvP.
Yeah, that is some crazy stuff. Oh, and also random question: who is better at killing dragons, humans or lich?
Lich.
Lich.
Really?
Humans aren't bad, but
Absolutely.
really lit.
Lich.
Like, human's good, don't get me wrong. Human is good. But Lich will kill your dragon through protection proc, through protection prism, and the origin stone. Human archers can't do that.
That's true. And I tried to cover it with one of the artifact videos. I think that origin stone is like mad OP.
It's the MVP, bro. I use that skill every fight. I use it in Void. I use it for damn near everything. It is so... It's probably one of my favorite artifacts.
Yeah, so for the other because artifacts gets brought up a lot, and it can be really hard to it can be really hard to cover the artifact stuff just because there's so many variables, and depending on if the person is a total free to play, like a budget spender, like a more moderate spender, or a big spender, like there's a lot of variables, but. As far as just like straight up impactfulness, what would you say are like the big artifacts to focus on for both like the free to play and pay to win? Like which ones can you not live without?
I couldn't live without my origin stone. It's too good.
Really? You'd pick that as your first go-to?
When I think about what artifact has the most impact in almost every aspect of the games that I play right now, like I can see a visible change in like my survivability or my ability to win. It's...
Interesting.
Yeah, but like, is it also because you're just used to the other ones?
No, but like I can drop an origin stone trigger on my snipers and stuff to keep them from getting blown out by Nora or survive a Rufio leap. I can protect my dragon with it. I can protect my like support heroes with it, like, and keep them alive. I can anticipate an Bats Blitz on Bazric and drop it preemptively, so when they go to Bats Blitz, my snipers survive it and then move past the Bats Blitz so they don't get killed.
Fair enough.
It's really, really good.
Yeah, I definitely think for the free to play.
So it's so hard to answer though because we do get used to all the other ones we have.
True. I can tell you which ones I don't give a crap about.
No, but there's the ones you don't take for granted where you're like, yeah, I've had a 5-star, whatever the fucking sword is that resurrects you, right? You're just like, yeah, it's always been on, blah, 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 forever, and he just comes back to life. But I not to say that you're wrong, but, it's hard to say because we've all been having the same artifacts for so long at full capacity.
So maybe I can do a more specific question. For pay to win artifacts, say you have the main at 4-star, the Bloodmaw at 4-star, the Hellguard at 3-star, your totem at 2 stars, and your thing for Flores at 2 stars. What would you pick
5.
next?
Warmaker 5.
I have to say the totem right now.
So bring the totem up from 2 stars to like 4 stars?
Yeah, range damage is so important. Snipers.
If that's 2 stars, it's also like way easier to bring up.
My main is not even 5-star still. It's the one that I always procrastinate on.
Yep.
Something.
I love it on my Balrog. He survives every.
So Katie said to focus on the High King Scepter.
That's a joke.
Actually, I got mine to 5 stars because I had a bunch of extra materials.
And it made the abyss so easy having 2 sets of archers.
You're so bougie, man. You got that bougie bougie artifact.
Dude, they have. Well, the thing is, like it was hard to get pay to win artifacts, and all of a sudden they're like shoving them down our throat.
No, I know. And then you're like, what do I do with it?
Yeah, so I was like, I had like 1,000 of each one, so I was like, I might as well upgrade the High King because.
No, I'm just joking with you, Tane. You know I'm kidding with you, man.
Wait,
What?
So Tane, I think we've crossed the line where you are now a real will. You got the fiery kitty plus 7 temple, and you have a 5-star High King Justice. Let me guess.
But it was actually useful, man.
It wasn't his fault, okay? Give him a break.
Wait, is your unstable chest also 5 stars?
Yeah.
That's a free to play one.
Oh my god!
It's not his
love
fault.
you. Oh my
Quit
god!
riding him, okay? He's a nice guy. Jeez.
Oh my god! I'm so fearful if we end up on the same Drake. There's going to be a very long Drake.
Oh yeah, I'm coming for you every day, bro. Wake up. Every time you wake up in the morning, your log will be filled with "You've been attacked by." You've been attacked.
You've been
Oh my
attacked by butt stuff.
No, it's no longer butt stuff. What?
Oh no, it's not. We've moved on, by the way. Yeah. it's a
I'm gonna
new-
change.
new
I'm gonna
day.
change my name to your dad or OGC dad.
Oh my
Don't
god!
worry. If we end up in the same Drake, I'm gonna meme you every week with like a different meme related to me attacking you.
Oh my god! Oh my god! You'll probably get like OGC girl playing the game for the first time ever in your house to cap me. Oh my god!
That's what it's about, family, right?
Yeah, yeah. Oh my god! He'll be like OGC's dad.
It's coming, bro. Don't worry.
So Jerry said, did Blood Moon register for Drake? That is a wonderful question. I have to refer to Chip because I don't follow any of that stuff. Chip, your response to Drake stuff with Blood Moon?
What was the question?
Did Blood Moon register for Drake?
Yeah, we might pull out, so we'll have to see.
You always want to pull out.
Dude, there's some monster houses also in the Drake registration that I saw from the Chinese side. There's some scary houses.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, that's why I'm fine being on Nor until August. So somebody else.
There's a house from like 1296 where they look pretty strong, and there's another one from like 12 something that's also grossly strong. Not looking like a
fun Drake.
Yeah, it looks like I'm gonna be fighting from the Capitol for a while, but I'm cool with it.
And also, Adidas said they would like to join Blood Moon. So again, I'll just refer this one to Chip because it's Chip.
Corn, you referred to Corn.
So what you do is find Corn. He's in server level server 40, Skarn Kingdom. You might have to scroll down. I think he's like 30th in core power under the Skarn Kingdom, the dark blue. Find him, send him a private message, wish him a happy birthday, and then say, "Can I ask you a question?" Don't respond until he responds, and then ask him if he can join. But if you want to skip all of that, I think Blood Moon for right now is completely full in the main house and the second house and the alt house, and there's a for people that want to join. In all seriousness, I'll put it out, and I'll try and word it this way. I think it is a really good goal for people to have, or if you wanted to join Supreme Curse or any of those types of houses, I think it's a really good goal. Like a personal goal to be like, hey, someday I want to join this house. I might not right now might not be the best time because I'm lower power, but it gives you a goal to shoot for, and you can kind of see where you are. So, for example, there's one guy that was interested, but for them to come, like they'd lose getting king every week, and they happen to be getting king every week. So, like if you're in one of those situations and you're still in the a place or a server to keep growing really fast, then I would consider staying there and growing. And once you get to the point where you're ready for like that next step, then consider applying. And I'm sure that Blood Moon will have spaces open up in the future, because everything's constantly changing, and a lot of people really dislike me in Blood Moon, so they'll probably like deal with my personality and just dip out and rage quit. So
We'll blame it on Corn.
yes, it's Trapcorn's fault. So he's not even here to defend himself. You know what? He's watching TV. Who watches TV during maintenance? Like, there's a live stream. I'm disappointed in him. But anyways, so there will always be turnovers with Blood Moon in every house in the game. It just happens. It's part of the game. Everything constantly changes. So I think setting it as a goal is really good. And if you want like a really, really good family type of environment where it doesn't matter the competitive level, you just want to be active, follow instructions, and play with good people that are going to treat you like family. Places like Endgame, Avengers, there's a lot of really, really good houses out there. I'll have to do an updated house recruitment video, but there are some really awesome places out there. And I don't know everyone in all the houses, but I know enough people where, like, not that I ever would leave Blood Moon, but if I did, like, I'd feel comfortable in those houses, if that makes sense. Like, I would play there myself if Blood Moon didn't exist, but I would quit if that happened. So hopefully that long answer kind of helps a little bit. And KDG also said that you must fight KD to get into Blood Moon. She didn't specify if you had to win. Ribbo says Trapcorn is getting caught up on Gilmore Girls. Oh my god.
Hey, man. You love what
probably
you
is.
That's savage. Oh my god.
Hillary.
It's okay. He's sensitive. Don't hate him.
And Jerry said that he will fight. He will fight Katie. So someday Jerry will be with Blood Moon. I know it, right, Chip?
Yep, Jerry, we're gonna get you here.
We'll find some way to make it work in the future. I promise on Chip's life.
You have to start using some artifacts, bro.
Just get a 5-star High King Justice and we will accept you.
Yeah, and just turn rockin'. Everything's fine.
I'm never gonna hear the end of the High King Justice crap. I should have never said anything.
With the High King's Justice?
Yeah.
You're an oversharer. That's what's happening.
No,
Well, it was actually
I love it.
it was actually good for getting the high levels of the abyss. It was actually really helpful.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Same. Yep.
So we have 1 minute to go, and before we say goodbye, last question that we're going to answer is from Seb, and Seb said, "Why are you using engineers instead of mechs?" Long story short, I thought I was going to go Lich, and I got overambitious, and I did a Shocker Reset. However, tonight I can actually Shocker Reset via VIP, so I will be going back to mechs as soon as VIP Sport resets my Chakra. I found in my time with using miners, they really aren't that bad versus certain races. However, I think with the 2-troop type of meta, where you can really focus everything in, unless you're like a mega whale like Taint, because he has a 5-star High King Justice. Unless you're on like that level, focusing on the 2 troops is super beneficial. So I think mech and sniper is the way to go. So we're going to wrap up. Mr. Tiamat, and any last comments before we let everyone go for the new patch?
Only that I think Taint should forfeit all of his artifacts to people that can't afford them, and do something good for the community. You know.
Very nice. And Mr. Taint, any last minute comments now that the patch is live?
Yeah, Tiamat. Let's go back to the other Discord chat so we can talk about Trailer Park.
And finally, Mr. Chip, any last minute comments before we go hop in game and have fun?
Just thanks for having me. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming, and thank you guys for joining us with the chat. It's always fun to go and count down maintenance and everything together. So If you guys don't mind, smash the thumbs up button, subscribe if you have not subscribed already. Go check out the stuff that we covered earlier on that kind of went over all the different things available for Art of Conquest resources. And I look forward to seeing you guys in tomorrow's video. Take care, guys.
Love you, man.